A very special guest tonight, my dear friend, film director Chris Frieri. Did I say it right? Because every time I mess it up.
Right on the money.
Man,
right on the money, Sissy.
Look at the black, look at the tattoos. You're blending with the background, man.
We can bring out the green.
I know. It looks beautiful. We're going to be talking about your film. This is very exciting. Sweet Lorraine.
Very exciting moment.
Finally, Chris.
Took a couple minutes.
To
whoop it together.
Yeah, all the work. We're going to be talking about that. But before we do that, we have a few things going on tonight. We got invited this last week, to go and see the Heidi Chronicles. Whenever you're ready, my dear boy in the control room, you can just show us the money. It has an amazing cast. There you go. You have it. There you have it. An amazing cast. She's beautiful. Elizabeth Moss, Jason Biggs. He's very good. I didn't see him in The Graduate years ago. And the other guy who played the doctor, he was so talented. Bryce Binkham. I never seen him before, and the entire cast was absolutely superb. It was a beautiful play, and I love every single actor. I think everybody was nicely casted. The timing was really good. It was flawless. And I don't want to mention anybody in particular, but Leighton Bryan, she was one of the characters that she got my attention because she was so good. Everybody was good. Elizabeth Moss, she's very present and powerful and beautiful, and very talented. Each one of them, the story, everybody was laughing, and I had a great time. So I wanted just to give that plug, because actors, we work really hard. Right?
You do, sure.
And it's a tough business. I don't care if you're doing Broadway or off-Broadway. There's a lot of great talent everywhere. And to be able to get a break on a film or a TV show or a play is not easy, Chris. No. And we know exactly what we're talking about here. So I give a plug to every actor in New York and everywhere who are fighting to make their dreams come true. It's a lot of respect for actors, entertainers, directors, producers. With that being said, we're going to cut to the second event. There's a fight tomorrow night, even though we're going to be airing this week, next week. So when we air in this interview, the fight is going to be over, because the fight is going to be tomorrow night. But I want to give a plug, because we're going to be showing briefly an interview with Andy Lee. There's going to be a fight on NBC tomorrow night, and we have great fighters. It's a great fight. Danny Garcia versus Lamont Pedersen. Nice beard, nice guy. And then we have Andy Lee, my boy from Ireland. I'm rooting for Andy because he's such a,
Pulling for Andy all the way, yep.
All the way.
Yeah, great guy.
Great guy, very down to earth. A class act, like we said. Andy Lee's going to be fighting Peter Quillen. The latest news is that he didn't make the weight, Peter Quillen. So we'll see how that's going to be. But this is very interesting. There's a fight that is not going to be airing on Showtime or HBO.
I didn't realize that was on NBC.
On NBC, so that's
great
kind
place
of
for it.
Yeah, but they're trying to bring boxing to bigger audiences. I hope it's going to work.
Yeah, I saw one on NBC a couple of weeks ago, right? I can't remember the fight anymore. I watch a lot of them.
You're a big boxing fan.
Every Saturday anyway.
Yeah. So this is very exciting. There's a lot of people working, and we were invited to the training. It was open to the public anyway. But there's a lot of great people there. Lou DeBella, obviously, running the business, running the show. And everybody there, all the journalists, people from the press, supporting fighters, supporting what we do. So, Freddie, whenever you're ready, we can show the clip. This is an interview that we taped on Tuesday. It's about 8 minutes. So, whenever you're ready, we can show the clip. I'm so excited for you, man. This is exciting. I'm not, guys, don't get crazy. I know you see this woman with a funny accent. Do you really say to yourself that she really knows boxing? Huh? Does she really know boxing? I do. Some, but I do. My husband is a fighter, you're damn right. He can punch. It's not that he never punched me, but, he can fight. Okay, are we on? Are we already rolling? I guess we are rolling. Okay, but here we are. Barclays Center. What day is today? Tuesday, Wednesday? I already forgot. And it's the big day of the fight, and we have Andy Lee, world champion. Very excited to have you in the house.
Well, it's good to be here, Sissy. Thanks for having me on your show.
Man, I can't believe it. I mean, I know that you're a world champion, but last time I talked to you was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, we've known each other a long time, and you've been there a lot of the journeys, ups and downs, and your husband Joey. Oh, can I say that on TV?
Yeah, please. You can say whatever you want.
Joey's been very good to me, always in my corner, and I spoke to him yesterday and today, so yeah.
He loves you very much. How's Maud?
Maud is good. That's my wife. She's coming Thursday. She'll be here for the fight.
Okay, perfect. Now let's talk about this fight. This fight right here, right now. Your training camp, sparring sessions. I want dirty details, Andy.
A long camp, but not. I wouldn't say grueling. Hard, but not. I was already in good shape coming to the camp, so I was able to do a lot of the things, and perform very well in the training. I sparred out of rounds. I finished up my sparring last week. I did 14 rounds with three.
How many sparring sessions a week?
2 to 3, depending on how many rounds I was doing. And sparring with Dion Juma, who's there. Miles Shinkwin, Rocky Field, and Bradley Skeet, and very good training. Very good. I'm in good shape.
Do you running every day? Have you run every day?
Running nearly every day, yeah. Sprints or long runs, yeah.
Yeah. Now I want to talk about Stewart a little bit. Do you think about him? Does he ever come to your mind when you're training, when you're doing a sparring session, and even in a fight? Can you hear his voice between rounds, Andy?
I don't think so much in a fight. But he's always on my mind throughout the day, and from day to day, moment to moment, you have little reminders of him everywhere, and especially in training. Yeah, I think about things that he taught me, and things that he would say, especially when I'm sparring, and moves that I do. I know, how he told me how to handle different styles. I often refer to that and go back to it in my memory.
Now, when you sit down and you study, because he joins studying fights, and he comes home, he gets his hands clean, obsessed with the hand rubs.
Yeah.
Obsessed with the hand rubs, and he spends hours checking the footage, checking, the work, studying the opponents. Like hours and hours and hours. You guys do that. How does it work for you? Do you feel that one day you just go home and said, I don't need to see more boxing, or do you take the work with you at the house? I mean, what do you do? Can you disconnect yourself, Andy?
Yeah, I try to. In terms of watching my opponents, I watch them a little bit, and then after a certain point, I say, I've seen enough. There's not really much I need to see anymore. But yeah, sometimes you need to just detach yourself from it, because it's an intense world, and you have to have a separate. I think you have to have a separate life. Your life can't be boxing either. Boxing is my life, but it can't be my life in this way that, when boxing's gone, there's nothing else. That if one day if I don't have to box tomorrow, if I can't box anymore, then I still have a life outside of that.
Right. The strategy for Saturday night.
Win, knock him out, go home, celebrate.
It's incredible. I don't know how you do it, man. I want to keep you. I want to let you go because you have all these people here. I cannot even believe it. But I wanted to ask you something else about your opponent. What do you think in cold turkey? Define him. How does he look like as a fighter to you? What do you think?
He's a good boxer. He knows what he's doing. He's undefeated, former champion. So he's going to come into the ring with a confidence because he's never known defeat before. It's my job to make him accept defeat first of all, and then defeat him. He's he's a good boxer. He's got good punches, long range punches, and he's got good reflexes. He's very athletic, but
he has speed.
Speed, yeah. But I have a lot more experience than him. I think I'm a better educated fighter than him, and I think my technique and experience will tell out.
See how you think before you talk. I love that about you. I said it to Joey. You are a thinker because you really truly think in the ring, right? Yeah. But very fast.
Yeah, but sometimes you do something before you've even thought about it. Like you have the thought, you have the idea to do the thought to throw a certain punch, and before you think about it, as you think about it, you've already thrown it, and that's the best moments in boxing when you are thinking but you're not really thinking, you're just doing. The subconscious mind is in control,
Question, Andy, how do you fight your demons?
I don't have any demons.
You don't have any demons? Are you sure about that?
I'm a light-hearted guy. I live a very happy lifestyle. I've got good parents and a good wife, beautiful wife, and very good trainer and good people around me. So
I think think I met you training. I talked to him in the back, but he said, I don't think you know me. I know you, because I couldn't swear that I seen him before, but I maybe not.
With Joey and my fights in the last few fights, yeah. You saw.
I think so, the last fight.
The last two fights, Joey was with us, yeah.
Well, Andy, I don't want to keep you longer. I have more questions, but what the hell?
Yeah,
I got to do what I got to do.
Right, we'll get the in-depth sit-down reflection.
Man, I wish you the best. Knock him dead. I don't know how you're going to do it. You guys, I don't know. This is a crazy sport. It's unpredictable, too, and you know that. But you can throw a punch.
It's very predictable.
Very predictable.
Yeah.
Unpredictable.
Predictable.
Predictable.
Yeah.
Not unpredictable?
Very predictable.
Oh, come on, man. I cannot even tell you. Thank you so much, Andy. We'll wrap it up. Guys, make sure that you go and see NBC Saturday night, big fight, big night. Thank you for watching.
Bye. Hey, Sissy. 2 minutes recording.
Thank you so much. Baby. Joey says he can make sure that you get at least 2 minutes with them. You gave me 5, 6 minutes. This is crazy. Go. And you are the man. Come on. This is fine. I don't care what this is. Good. You're a class act. What about fighters? Come on. Get in the fight. Get in the fight. Oh. So cool. So cool. We can stay and take away, fly away, fly away. Shoot me down, I will fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, I will fall. I am titanium. Well, that was such a nice clip. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying. I cannot keep it serious. You see, every time
I enjoyed it.
Chris, I tell you, you're a filmmaker, you know, but every time when I see myself, I truly, honestly, really, it's not that I put myself down because I'm confident. You learn to appreciate your own value. But sometimes I just, I looked at myself and I said, God, why I cannot come across in a serious way. I'm trying so hard to be serious.
I think it's serious. I think it's serious.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it came off as serious.
But I had a great time. I'm just hoping that the best is going to win. Andy's going to fight hard.
He'll give him a good fight. He'll fight hard, no question.
Yeah.
Andy Lee, sure.
And it's a big audience for the Irish fighters in New York.
I'll bet they'll be turning up for that, sure.
Right? So it's going to be wild. But anyway, let's cut to the chase. With that being said, the best luck to all the fighters. Let's talk about you, your film, Sweet Lorraine. How are you feeling? Talk to me.
Well, feeling very good about it now. You know, it was a long, I guess, last time I was over here, I was talking
about how long
4
ago?
or 5 years ago. It's been quite a while.
Don't scare me that long, Chris.
It's been a little while. It's been a while.
No, it was about
3 years ago.
3
2 years ago. I don't know.
yeah.
I think I was here a few times, but
Yeah.
So it took a long time to finish, but
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about things now going forward. You know, I got my first good review today,
Okay.
and you know, the 23rd, it's coming fast, and
Yeah.
just doing the last little legwork. You know, it's all very comfortable.
Let's
I think it'll go over.
about the cast, Chris. About the cast.
Ah,
Tatum
the
O'Neal,
cast.
Stephen Bauer, Peter Green.
Great
Casting all
people.
these actors for this.
Yeah, very cool people. Yeah, it was
Right.
really fun to work with all of them.
Yeah.
Very fortunate. Yeah.
Do you feel that sometimes when you're a director and you have to deal with actors who got more experience or actors who got less experience, how does it work when you're working with movie stars? How does it work when you're working with well-known actors? How does it work in your opinion? How do you see it?
I don't know. You know, most of them were very kind to me. You know,
Good.
some of them abuse you, but
Yeah.
not terribly. And
Yeah.
you know, I've been told now that 90% of being a good director is casting.
Yeah.
And I think we did a very good job on Sweet Lorraine. Everybody, you know, I think there's 30-something speaking parts, 32 speaking parts maybe,
Yeah.
and it's a lot. But everybody, they all delivered. They all came through.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I didn't tell him so much really. I just
Right, did you? Oh,
told him
really?
keep it, keep it dry.
So you give very little notes?
I gave him a few. I gave, I talked to everybody before that on the set there was very little time. We
Do you rehearse? Do you have time to rehearse? No rehearsal.
we had one table reading.
Only one?
One table reading on the Friday or a Saturday night or Friday night it must have been, and then we started shooting Sunday morning. In fact, Scott Winters, I think we cast him on the Saturday before the first shoot. We shot him on Sunday, I guess. So it was like that. So no, it was largely unrehearsed.
Man, how does it feel when you're working? You see, Freddie, I love that shot. Now I'm directing my show, but you see, I love the lights. This guy's from Colombia, and I just gotta give him a plug because every time when I come here and I do the work, and when I have the pleasure of working with Freddie, is always such a great attitude. To me, everything comes down to attitude. Chris.
Mic'd me right up, I'm happy to be with Freddie, definitely.
Yes, he's a good guy. Making films, I mean, how does it work for you, Chris? You're a director, you love your craft, you love what you do. Are you a happy man? I mean, right now you're living a very special time in your life. Right?
Sure.
Are you prepared?
I'm aware it's a very special moment for me because, I am pretty happy, I can't say I went through my whole life being like Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky, but
right.
But things are looking up now, and I think it's really going to be my shot. So I'm very cheerful I'm confident about the film. I think it'll do well. I just, the thing I'm not certain about ever is how you get it in front of the public, or how you start that buzz, or how you do the public relations. Somebody else's area of expertise, But I think the film itself, I think it's pretty good shape.
Okay, we're gonna be showing the clip, and then we're gonna keep talking because I don't want time running out. So Freddie, whenever you're ready, just bring it to Mama. I'm here waiting. I'm not pressuring you. I'm not putting any pressure on you. I love you. I'm not trying to pick you up. I know you have a wife, so let's not shake. But whenever you have a chance, just let's show the clip. Tatum O'Neal, she looks good, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah, she
always
looks.
Jump off whenever you please. Did you marry a man of the cloth?
I married a Methodist minister.
Oh, so Lolo found religion. I was the one who brought you to New Jersey.
And what are we wearing under our little man suit today, Michael?
Let us consult the conscience. See what's up with him.
Come on, Lorraine, come on. I haven't made up an inch of ground since spring.
How can we really stick it up his ass?
Lowest possibility.
Lorraine, what's Marcus doing out here?
He's watching your back, and it's out of my hands.
Don't talk to the camera. I want you to talk directly to your people. Remember, they're your people.
That's how your mom and dad play at home.
Hey, when was the last time we touched you?
How many other people know about it?
Nobody, and it stays out of the campaign. You get that?
Oh, screw that, okay? Screw that.
But he's late. I mean, the bomb will tell us 5 minutes up the highway. He runs a couple minutes late.
Your husband should stick to his sermons, Lorraine. He shouldn't be running for elected office.
Is that what you brought me here for? Afraid your beard's gonna fall off?
Oh, mess up that pretty face. Jackson. Oh,
Yeah!
It's also been reported, and quite erroneously, that my wife, Keiko, has begun divorce proceedings.
I cannot believe I just handed him the election. Oh, honey, you're surprised? Yes, I knew he...
You're working for Mike Ward.
No, I'm working for myself.
One day in New Jersey, the voice of the people will ultimately echo.
There you go, sweet Lorraine. I tell you, it's hard to make films, man. How do you?
It used to be easy.
I mean, it's like from your first vision. That was a great trailer, by the way. That's a new trailer, correct?
New trailer.
It's a new cut.
There's two
there.
of them floating around.
Yeah. But coming from, bringing an idea, put it in writing, digesting your thoughts, putting them down, then taking that to the screen. I mean, how does it work, Chris? Because people, when they see a film, when they pay to the tickets and they like to have a good time, to just go and see it. But a lot of the people out there, they're not quite aware of what it takes to make a film. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of leg work.
Right?
There's a lot of like keeping your legs under you for this one anyway. And even really with the old ones too. I mean, when I was working more on a smaller scale, I was working in 16 millimeter and really Super 8 for my whole life, you know. And but even making an hour-long film or a 45-minute, half an hour film, it often took several years to do. Even then, without any producers, without any obligations, really, just doing it completely guerrilla style.
Guerrilla style.
This
Love
one
that word.
this one here, I came into this, you know, it was more of a professional thing. It was a union picture, and it was a bit more serious. So it took about double the time. It took about double the time to finish.
Right.
But that's what it was. A lot of perseverance. But at this level of doing it too, was a lot more personalities involved in it.
Right. Do you
and
get
a lot more
nervous?
Opinions. No. Well, you know, no, not nervous so much. But like, you know, I don't like, you know, I'm trying to be people like forcing their opinions on me or forcing things on me. I kind of like, you know, recoil from that sometimes. And so I had plenty of conflict along the way.
Right.
You know, it's back and forth, and you know, it is a collaborative thing. At the end of it, you know, I really couldn't do it by myself.
Right.
And even with the old ones, working, you know, with a tiny little crew with a couple of people, you really needed those couple of people with me.
Right.
And it's just like this with the cast, the producers. I really couldn't have done it without the producers and everybody there. And so whatever fights and all the conflicts and all the BS over the time, you know, it's really past us now. And just in the very the showbiz tradition, we you know, kissed and made up, and it's in the past, and everybody's friends again, and we're united now going into we're united going into the last 2 weeks of this thing.
Okay, well, I mean, it happens, right? Sometimes the cast gets
well,
crazy.
I hear.
I mean, pressure is consistently on. Chris, come on.
I hear that this story is so typical that you know, I thought it was only me. But I realized it's everybody. So,
Right.
So I had a lot to learn. I mean, I came into this, I mean, I did have a lot of years of experience being a filmmaker, but I had so much to learn as far as how it's done, you know, on the level we did this at was, I was an amateur, really. I was a first-time filmmaker. So I learned a lot, and I learned really in the aftermath of it. Shooting, you think that's going to be the hard work and the physical labor and stuff. And when you get out there doing it this way, it was almost like I had to like keep myself awake because everybody else did all the work. I didn't have to do anything other than say action and cut.
Go back to one.
Yeah, I could go sit in a chair and everybody else did the work around me. And I'm used to doing all the physical labor of it too, and working the camera and all that stuff. So so this was easy, but the aftermath of it, that's when like the real work started. That's when it became
And setting up the shots, do you have that crystal clear before you go and shoot, or a lot of the stuff?
Well, not on this thing. A few shots we picked out, especially on as we were doing it. But we did the only plan we went in with the cinematographer. I said we want to make this look professional.
Right.
Give it the Hollywood. Give it the Hollywood look.
Right.
And that's what he did. He gave it the Hollywood look. We didn't have time to do so many elaborate things. And, you know, when you're out there, it's like, you know, you see films, you know, with a very big budgets, a lot of them. But even with a bigger budget than one, you see like, there are all these elaborate shots, and they're up here, and the cameras are all over the place, and it's moving and things.
Yes.
Cost a lot of money to do that.
Right.
I mean, even to move a car 100 feet or to move a car 50 feet, you know, we could barely do it. If you look at the film, you'll see like a lot of cars, they start.
And then
maybe they don't even move. You know, we just start and we cut. You know, and like he's going to drive. We're just not going to show it.
We're just not going to show it.
One guy when he backs up, we give him 3 feet. You know, just don't go past here. You know.
Oh my
and that's
God!
it.
But people like to hear, you know, things like that. They like to hear, you know, what's happening behind the scenes. Do you have any chance to just like have like behind the scenes shots, like actors chilling or going crazy or killing each other?
Yeah, it was probably more like growing crazy and killing each other on that set. So I'm sure there's some of it around. I'm sure there's some really nice audio recordings and everything. We all have to pray that they never make it into the public domain.
Yeah.
So
and Stephen Bauer, he looked kind of like, I love that. Like what you did, Frieri. That's beautiful. He looks so different, though.
He looks, what, here?
Stephen Bauer.
It come from when? From Scarface?
Yeah,
Like
right.
A couple years later.
Like 45 years later. Look at that. Look at those
Sissy
credits.
going by.
You see the half hour went away just like that. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody in the press. Boxing night tomorrow night. Please, guys, go and check it out. Support